Hey everybody, Lon Seidman here. I've got something super vintage to check out that's also sort of new. This is a Big Sur camera. This is coming from the Parks Project, and they are a group that raises money for parks around the country here in the U.S. And they have worked with a company called Retrospekt to refurbish old Polaroid 600 cameras, and this particular version will benefit the Parks Project because, as you can see, it's got Big Sur on it. And what's neat about these is that these are legitimately vintage Polaroid cameras that Retrospekt refurbished. So when you take it out of the box, it actually feels brand new, but the mechanism inside is original. So they refurbished it. They've got new plastic on here. It feels pretty new out of the box, but it's really old technology. Believe it or not, they still sell the film. This is available separately. You have to buy it separately. It doesn't come with the camera. But this is legitimate Polaroid film, and the way these cameras used to work is that the film also has the batteries. Now I've got an 8-shot roll here, if you will. So I'm going to unbox the film and install it in the camera, and let's see how this works and if it still works the way I remember it. All right, I've got the film out of the box here, and this film is being manufactured today, which is great. So it's new film, not vintage film. And we're going to open up the door here, and it says we do need to use 600 film, which is what this is. So I think it goes in this way. So I'll just pop it in here like so, and then close it up. And there we go. We've got our first test page out. That plastic sheet that came out is a protector, so it will snap back in, as you saw, when you are done with that. Now, to charge the flash, what you do is hold this down until an LED light lights up, and you push it in all the way to take the picture. And sometimes it'll take a few seconds for it to light up green here to let you know the flash is ready. And I think what I'll do is just maybe take a picture of my messy desk here. So let me just point it at the desk and just take a quick shot. And we'll let the picture come out, but I will take a better picture in a second. And here we go. So we've got to wait a few seconds for the photo to come out. So why don't we do that, and we'll come back and look at it when it's done developing. All right, so here is the output of what I took earlier. It is pretty much exactly as I remembered it. I was very close to the mess on my desk here, which is why it's out of focus. This is, of course, a fixed focus lens, but it does kind of have the same look as I remember, and I don't even need to go back to memory. Here's a shot I took in 1994 of my nerd setup there, my Newton and my PowerBook. And as you can see, the images are very similar. I did go outside, out in the sunlight, to see if it does better in regular light. And I took a picture of my kids' playhouse here. It does take about 10 to 15 minutes to fully develop. And this picture is pretty much done developing at this point. And as you can see, the colors aren't great. They're kind of washed out. But it really does look like how the old Polaroids looked like. This is exactly what you would get out of your Polaroid camera. And back then, the advantage to using the Polaroid was that you got an instant developed photo as opposed to having to go to the photo developing place with your can of film. So they were never known for their great image quality, but they were known for getting a color image out quickly. One thing I noticed with the film, though, is that I did get a dud in my pack here, so you may encounter some quality issues with the film. This is not the same Polaroid that made this film back in the day. They also mentioned here that the speed of the film, in other words, how much light it takes to expose, may vary from one pack to the next. So you may find yourself taking a few pictures to get the exposure right. They do have an exposure adjustment here on the front. So if I move this little lever to the right, it will overexpose a little bit, and this will underexpose. So you can make some very, very minor adjustments to the exposure level here just by moving this lever back and forth. But these cameras, again, were never known for taking beautiful images. And if you are someone who really has an affinity for these cameras because you used them back in the day, I think you'll like this because this is the legitimate camera. It's been refurbished, so it feels new, and you can still get the film for it in new packs. In fact, this one was manufactured in March of 23, and we are in May of 24 at this point. So cool stuff, and if you were a fan of Polaroid, you might want to pick this up for yourself or for a friend. Until next time, this is Lon Seidman. Thanks for watching.